Graph the opposite of a number. Graph the opposite of a number on a number line. Positive integers are to the right of 0 on the number line. Negative integers are to the left of 0 on the number line. Opposites are the same distance from 0 on opposite sides. Here we have our number line. To the right of 0, we find all positive numbers. Remember, integers are whole numbers. So all the whole numbers to the right of 0 are positive integers. To the left of 0, we have negative numbers. And again, the whole numbers that are negative integers. What is the opposite of -3? Graph the integer. Here is -3 on our number line. -3 is a negative integer. Graph it to the left of 0. Step 2. Graph the integer and its opposite on a number line. Here is -3. The opposite of -3 is 3 places to the right of 0. -3 is to the left of 0, and +3 is to the right of 0. They are equal distance from 0, only in opposite directions. So the opposite of -3 is 3. Graph the integer and its opposite on the number line. Question number 1, 2. 2 is located right here on our number line, and its opposite is right here, -2. So the opposite of 2 is -2. Question number 2, -4 is located 4 spaces to the left of 0, and the opposite is +4, and it is located 4 spaces to the right of 0. Question number 3, -1 is located 1 unit to the left of 0, and its opposite is located 1 unit to the right of 0, and it is +1. You can write +1 as just 1, or you could write +1. In math, we like to simplify things, so we like to keep our symbols to a minimum. So most often when you see a positive number, it will just be the number itself without the plus sign. Question number 4, 7 is located 7 units to the right of 0, and its opposite is located 7 units to the left of 0, and it is -7. Write the opposite of the opposite of the integer. So we would write this as the opposite of the opposite of our given integer. The numbers that they've given us are a little large, so I'm going to simplify this by giving you an example with the number 2. Here we have our number line, and I'm going to plot 2 here. And they're asking us to do the opposite of the opposite. So the opposite of our integer number 2. So I start with number 2 and I go to the opposite of number 2, which would be -2. And that takes care of my first opposite. Then I need to do the opposite of -2, which takes me back to 2. So the answer of the opposite is my original integer. So we can conclude that when you have 2 opposites, they cancel each other out. Knowing that, we can answer the questions above. I'm going to erase my work here to give us some room. So we have the opposite of -18. we know that two negatives or two opposites cancel each other out, which leaves us with our original integer, negative 18. The opposite of the integer 90, two opposites or two negatives cancel each other out, which leaves us with 90. And the opposite of our original integer, negative 31, two negative integers or two opposites cancel each other out and leaves us with our original integer, negative 31.